All right, sports fans, how's everybody out there doing? William Martin coming at you one more time here on YouTube with another edition of the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge Podcast. The Tampa Bay Rays are on the cusp of getting a new deal for a new stadium that will keep them in the Tampa St. Pete area for the coming years. The Rays are expected to get a 30,000 seat stadium that will cost north of 1.2 billion, with the franchise reportedly on the hook for more than half of the cost. Since their inception in 1998, the Rays have only called the city of Tampa home. But in spite of the Rays' success over the last 16 years, which includes winning a pair of American League pennants while only having three losing seasons over that stretch, they've continued to not draw at Tropicana Field as they are routinely near the bottom of home attendance each year in Major League Baseball. The thought process for the Rays is that a new stadium will give them a better chance to compete. But who is drinking the Kool Aid on that? I'm not one of them. And I say this because you think back and go to the other coast of Florida. Nearly 15 years ago, the Miami Marlins were able to secure funding for Marlins Park, which is on the site of the former Orange Bowl. But the only time that the Marlins ever, or the Marlins Park rather, is near full capacity is the World Baseball Classic. Or, you have some instances where they're playing a big market team, a la the Yankees, the Mets, the Cubs, or the Dodgers, and those fans will travel. But no disrespect to the Rays, Marlins, or people of Florida in general, but the Sunshine State, baseball wise, definitely is made for spring training. As you just think about it, there's too much to do on a summer afternoon in Florida instead of being cooped up indoors to watch a ball game. And honestly, regardless of the sport in Florida, we've seen teams in the Sunshine State not draw in spite of the fact that they're winning, and the Rays are one of them. Now, the Apple cart has already been upset around Major League Baseball. You got the A's set to leave Oakland. And then on top of that, the Brewers and White Sox have been flirting with leaving Milwaukee and Chicago, respectively, as they're seeking either upgrades to their current stadiums or a new stadium altogether. And you're hearing the rumors, speaking of the Brewers, real quick, that they could be getting the funding to make the repairs or the upgrades rather to their home park. Now, a new stadium for the Rays will be nice and pretty and probably result in Tampa hosting the MLB All Star game for the first time in franchise history. But it's not going to result in the Rays spending any more money on contracts than they currently are, as this is a small market team that has rewritten the book on drafting, developing, and just putting their young prospects out there and having success. And at the end of the day, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But unlike the situation in Oakland, I'm not sure if the Rays were ever really focused on leaving Tampa, which is why this thing got done as quietly as it did. Honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like leaving Tampa for the Rays would have been a last ditch effort. And I think all parties involved wanted to make this work. And this is why this is working. And if you're MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred, you got to be pleased with this because with the situation in Oakland, between you and John Fisher, you guys have been public enemy number one out there in Northern California. And for something to get done like this for one of MLB's most successful teams over the last 15 years, I think this is, a good move from that standpoint. On top of that, let's be realistic. With the A's getting ready to leave Oakland, and you got the White Sox flirting with leaving Chicago, and everything going on with the Brewers, anything is possible in the world of sports because there's no such thing as a city or a town or a team rather being committed to a city or town, as they're going to go and get what they want from whatever said city. And of course, there are some cities that are looking for potential expansion teams. So if you're the Rays and you don't get what you want from Tampa, you got someplace else like a Portland or a Memphis or some of these other cities that are looking to get a baseball team that are definitely going to pony up what you're looking for. So again, for the Rays, they're going to get a new park. It's going to be nice. It's going to be pretty. It's going to have all the bells and whistles. And it's just going to be unfortunate, just like it is at the Trop, that people just are not going to go out there and support this product. The Rays play a darn good brand of baseball, and it's been like that for quite some time now. But at the end of the day, nobody really knows what's going on. So the Rays are going to get their park. MLB is going to have a new shiny toy, and just hopefully, and I'm not holding my breath on this one, hopefully, maybe the Rays will get some people in the seats to see what they do. But folks, that's going to wrap it up. And as always, I want to take this time out to thank you for tuning into the 300 Pounds of Sports Knowledge podcast here on YouTube. Now, I want to take this time out to thank all of you fine folks out there for tuning in. And if you have not already, please feel free to subscribe to this channel. Now, if you're on the X, formerly known as Twitter, please feel free to follow me at 300 Pounds of Sports. And like I always say, if you follow me, it'll be my pleasure to follow you right back. There's also the sports discussion group on Facebook at the Sports Depot 365. Now you can check it out, drop a line, and be a part of one of the better sports debating sites going on social media. So once again, fine folks, my name is William Martin, and I am signing off. And I'm saying take care and have yourselves a wonderful day.